Now, a lot of people jumped in the live stream today and they wanted to know, is it a good time to buy Ape Coin? Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I do not own any Ape Coin. I'm waiting for things to settle down a little bit, but I do see a couple things to point out on the chart here, and we're going to talk about those in this video. But I just want to first and foremost say, this is an ICO. It just came out. You're going to see extreme volatility. And if you are an aggressive investor, you care to get in potentially at the bottom, but you're willing to risk the volatility, now could be a time. We're going to talk about why. But if you're more of a conservative investor, you might want to look at a couple things like, well, dude, the volatility is going to be wild for a while. And a couple other things that I'm going to point out as well. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2022 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us. Become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. Look, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks and crypto, you got links in the description. Once for Webull, super simple to sign up. Any deposit gets you guys at least 5 free stocks, and then $1 crypto trade gets you your choice of $5 in free crypto. And then there's other crypto exclusive exchanges down there as well. But let's talk about Ape Coin because it does seem to be a topic of interest, and man, I am telling you, the volume is not slowing down. Another day of over $2 billion worth of Ape Coin traded today, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be slowing down anytime soon. Clearly, the first day of trading with over almost $10 billion in volume, Ape Coin had a lot of activity and a lot of people very interested in it, but after that initial hype slowed down a little bit. Guys, 2 billion is still extremely high, especially for a coin that's only been out less than a week at this point in time. But with all of that interest there, with everybody wanting to hopefully get in on one of the latest and greatest assets that could be out there, and hey, I mean, if they resemble anything that Bored Ape Yacht Club, if Ape Coin has anything to do with Bored Ape Yacht Club and Mutant Ape Yacht Club NFTs, I mean, there's a high chance that they're going to rise in value. But the question remains, is now the time to buy Ape Coin? And it's a difficult question to answer on any asset, especially one that's so new, because there's very little technical analysis that you can do. There's very little fundamental analysis that you can do. There's very little to go off of, which is why it becomes a decision of whether or not you're an aggressive investor or whether you're a conservative investor. So I do want to go over both of those and kind of point out some different things that you can look at when you're making the decision on whether or not now is the time to buy Ape Coin. If you're aggressive, yes, now could be the time. So let's talk about some things to look at. This $10 range. $10 is where Ape Coin is trading at right now. It's still very heavily traded with over $2 billion in volume, and the volume seems to be flattening out. Now, I say this with I say it with very little, I guess, certainty because we've only seen it trading for a couple of days now. But volume, steady around $2 billion worth. The price, steady in this $9 to $11 range. So with very little data and very little evidence, we could be forming a floor here. Now, you guys keep in mind, please, if you're aggressive investors, you guys probably aren't too scared about getting in and taking a chance, right? So that's the stuff that you're looking at there, whether or not we could be forming a floor. And I do think it's a possibility, but remember, does 3 days form a pattern? You really have to take that into consideration. Now, if you're a more conservative investor, what are you looking at? Volatility. Anytime you have an ICO or an initial coin offering, there's going to be just drastic volatility in the market, much more than you're going to see after a coin stabilizes and after a coin kind of finds its momentum. I mean, if you take Shiba Inu coin, for example, Shiba Inu coin is still very volatile, but it's so much less volatile than it was last year. In 2021, Shiba Inu coin was swinging wildly. If you would have bought Shiba Inu coin at its ICO, if you would have invested $1,000 in it, you would have lost 99.8% of your investment. That would have gone down to about a $2 investment by the beginning of 2021. And then as 2021 rolls out, that $2 would have turned into millions of dollars if you just would have held. Now, Ape Coin could be very similar in the fact that we see an initial sell-off. We see it fluctuate in price. The volatility is always going to be, much greater at the, I guess, launch of the project. And that's what we're seeing here. We see ApeCoin going from $20 to $6 to $18 to $10 to $10. So if the volatility scares you, why not wait for the dust to settle? You know what I mean? We still haven't had everybody claim their free Ape Coins yet. What do you mean free Ape Coins? Yes, Ape Coin is an answer, I believe, to a huge problem that Bored Ape Yacht Club and Mutant Ape Yacht Club owners had. That's liquidity. It takes a very special person to be able to go out there and buy a $300,000 NFT. But Ape Coin came along and airdropped $200,000 worth of ApeCoin to all of the Bored Ape Yacht Club owners and $30,000 worth of ApeCoin to all of the Mutant Ape Yacht Club holders. So we see a lot of sell-off going on as these NFT owners are claiming their coins. They see the liquidity and they're selling those coins off in, taking a profit on what they were able or unable to realize in their NFTs. Now, guys, I believe personally that the volatility is going to continue on in ApeCoin for a while, especially with the volume so high. I don't think we're going to get over that volatility and over that hype in the first week, especially until all of these people claim their free airdrops and we see how many don't claim their airdrops. There's some people out there who may not know that there's airdrops available for ApeCoin. And once that happens, we will see the dust settle. And if you're a conservative investor and you say, the volatility scares me too much, I don't want to risk my capital, sure, maybe you pay a higher price to get in at a later date, but that higher price, just consider it a premium or consider it your fee to enter at a position with less risk. Sometimes it's not about making money, it's about saving money. And if you can preserve your capital and mitigate that risk, and have a much better chance of making a gain, you're going to be better off. If you're an aggressive investor and you say, dude, now's the time, it's half price of the launch, I can at least double my money if it just goes back up to where it's at, I say go for it, but you at least have to know the risk and reward that you're putting up there for ApeCoin purchases right now. I want to know what you guys think, though. Do you think now's the time to buy ApeCoin after hearing both the conservative and the aggressive kind of standpoints or viewpoints on what ApeCoin could be doing? Do you think it's time to get in, or do you think it's time to kind of wait and let's see what happens? Let us know in the comments below, and if this button's still red, make sure to click it, subscribe to the channel, join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. ClayBro883 on Twitter and Instagram, Webull, Binance, Gemini, Crypto.com, and until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.